So today what we're going to talk about is the fact that I'm pissed. No, we're going to talk about why I'm pissed. Okay, so normally people go to pet stores thinking that they know everything you need to know about caring for animals, especially the animals you buy there, right? Well, here's kind of why that's mostly and most often not the case. I went online looking for cages, or not cages, but enclosures for my spiders. And I found that this store that I usually go to, it's the biggest store here in where I am, and the biggest pet store. And they were selling used enclosures, used spider enclosures. Or these were exoterras, and they were really cheap. They were, I think it's $15 in dollars. It was 150 NOK, or Norwegian kroners, and that's a steal because they're usually like 2,500 or 4,000. Like, they're really expensive. That was Norwegian. I think it's like 150, $250. I'm not quite sure on that money aspect. Anyway, it was a steal. So I went there, bought 3 of the cages. They were full. There were things in them like cork barks and water dishes and stuff like that. So it was really a steal. But as you'll see in the picture, reason I'm talking over the footage is because the phone that I used to take that footage was fucked up in the sound. But I also was so mad and so angry when I found what I found. So kind of the things and the way I carried my language was probably not good, even though this channel is set as not for kids. And it's just, I was just so fucking mad. I was infuriating, like, and you'll see that on the footage. I'm gonna show you in the footage. I show you like things I've bought and like showed you the enclosures and stuff. And as you can see, I'm picking out a dead spider. And this was not any spider that is like old and like died. It's not a molt because the spider is fully intact and it was in dead curl, which means the spider knew that it was gonna die. So my thought was, because this store is just now like refurnituring their whole store. So everything is getting moved, and the reptile and spider and whatever section is just not even like non-existent right now. And these cages were in the back. So I was mad. I was really, really mad when I found the first spider, which I can't identify. I probably could if I put some effort into it, but I was just so furious. And the second spider is Somethimes Armenia, and it's the same spider I have, so hitting a little close to home as well, because I really love that spider. And yeah, I'm actually looking at them. Here they are. Oh shit, sorry. Yeah, I'll put a photo in later. I was furious, and I told people, and I told the guy that I'm getting spiders from, and he's like, you should talk to the store manager. And I'm like, I have to cool down. I cannot go down in the store. I don't know what the hell's gonna happen if I go down to that store, because I was furious. I was so angry because these spiders, they knew they were gonna die because they were in the death curl. Their stomachs are like shrunken as you wouldn't believe, and either they died from dehydration or they died from lack of food, or both. Maybe they were cold. I don't know. no one can know at this point. And I was just ridiculously furious. I'm gonna move. There we go. So, after some days, when I've calmed down a little, I sent an email to the store. I sent it in Norwegian, so I'm gonna do my best to try translate it for you guys as best as can. So here it goes. I wrote, "Hi, I bought 3 Exoterras from you that were already used for animals in the store. When I emptied out two of them, I found 2 dead tarantulas. It's not molts because the whole tarantula is intact. They were lying there in death curl, both of them, so they knew they would die. They're probably died by hunger or thirst because you've forgotten them when you put the cages away." Sorry, I'm getting a little annoyed already. And I know I'm smiling, but I need to calm. So, they probably died when you put away the cages. This is very unserious. Is that the name? It's very unserious. Something like that. And incredibly disappointing. I know that for someone, these are just spiders. I got incredibly angry when I saw this, and I really hope it doesn't happen again, because this is disgusting. You should probably go back and empty out the other cages so that you don't lose more customers and the people don't have to be met with dead animals when they buy these used cages. And I signed my name. And I showed them a picture of the spiders. So, they replied, "Hi, my name. These are cages that we ourselves were supposed to use in the store before we chose not to keep tarantulas in the store. They have not been in use in the store. We got them used and were supposed to make a tarantula wall, but never got that far. They have been standing on storage for multiple years, but should probably have checked that everything was okay. I took it as a given that they were empty. I'm so sorry that you should have to experience this, and it's something we take seriously. If it is something we take seriously, it's animal care, no matter if it's a spider or any other animal. ... And the boss answered me himself. I don't know. All I know is I cannot go back to that store. I just cannot. For me, it's going to be online from now on. And I'm just really disappointed in so many ways. And how do you know that he's telling the truth? How do you know? And for multiple years? Like, I think they look pretty good for being dead for multiple years. Like, something would have gotten them, or I don't know. I don't know about that. Like, because I don't know how long a spider can be preserved after it's dead. Maybe they were alive for multiple years in the storage. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I'm just very angry, and I don't know if I can trust them. And I just got so furious. Maybe this is a minor thing. I don't know. Maybe what they say is true. I don't know. All I can tell you is when I found these beautiful spiders in these enclosures, dead, I was so sad and I was so angry. I couldn't control myself. I was furious. Sorry. I don't have a fancy camera yet, but yeah. So, how do you see this? Do you believe him? Do you not? And this is a store also that previously have had a lot of people have had a different experience, and of course, being like having mice and hamsters, they also do support and sell stuff that are not good or not something hamsters should live in or hamsters should eat, or all that stuff. But all I hope is that people, when they get an animal, they do their own research. And for God's sakes, please don't go to the pet store and think that they know what they're talking about, because they're not. Maybe you have someone who knows a lot about dogs, or a lot about rabbits, or a lot about cats. But please do your own research. Just please. For the animal's sake, like, what does it take to keep a hamster or a mouse or a rat or gerbils or whatever you want to keep, like a guinea pig or snake or any reptile, anything. Please put a good amount of research behind your purchase, so you know that what you're walking into, so you know how to care for that animal. Just don't take it for given that the pet store is going to give you proper information, because there's so many animals to keep. And just because they work in a pet store doesn't mean that they have a degree in zoology or an ethology or biology or anything like that. I've put in applications on a lot of pet store jobs, and when I tell them, oh, I went to agriculture school with my first year being a mix of rodents and small animals and farm animals, and second year being dog, so all I did for 2 years was studying animals, and they're like, yeah, that's fine, that's super, but do you have any sales experience? Because that's what we need. They don't give a shit. They want to sell. No matter what it costs the people who buy it, no matter what it costs the animals. And they're not even themselves educated enough to make sure that you leave the store with what you need and what's appropriate for your animal. Just because someone has worked in a pet store for years upon years, it means that they know the pet store situation. Does not mean that they're an expert in animals. Not that I'm claiming that I am, but at least I do my research on each specific pet or species or whatever. And yeah. This was not an upbeat video for my first pet video, but it just goes to show, like, sales. That's what pet stores are. Pet store is not a safe haven or an educational place or whatever. So please do your own research, and please do not put your faith in pet store employees. They don't have education around pets. Normally. I'm not saying everyone, because there are some good ones. Especially for my spiders, who I would have gone to is one that I guess previously worked there. He was in Australia for about 2 years. 2 years. Under the pandemic and stuff. He was studying in Australia. He was studying the animals out in the free and also in captivity. So if I were to go to someone in that store, it would have been him. But I don't think he works there anymore, because he was brutally honest with me about how animals came into the store, and sometimes when they got the animals, someone had lost a leg or came in sick or some of the animals were dead, and they don't care. They don't say to the people who deliver them the animals that, hey, this is not acceptable. They just like, okay, we didn't get a mouse, or we didn't get a hamster, or we didn't get one of our bearded dragons because they're sick. So, whatever. So it's just, please. Most people who are educated with animals has a hard time working at a pet store because there's so much wrongs. There's so many bad things going on normally in pet stores. So many bad sales, so many things. And yeah, I'm not saying all of them, but most. So make an educated purchase and try to find animals around you instead of in a pet store, I would say. But I think that's all for today. And I hope this video didn't get you down. I will put the picture of the spiders in so you can see for yourself. One was Somethimes. The other one, I have an idea of which one it is, but I can't remember what it's called. So maybe I'll just put it in here or somewhere. But yeah. See you on stream or in my next video. And if this wasn't too depressing and you want to see more of me in these videos, subscribe, like the video, and if you comment, I will reply. And yeah, I'm so bad at this. See you next time.